Alright, so making a quick video. This is my neck. I don't know if you can see it. I think it's doing a lot better. It still hurts, but not near as bad as it did last time I made a video. So I had just like a regular 3-month follow-up with my oncologist yesterday, and he did not sugarcoat things when he walked through the door. He was very blunt and to the point, and I think he knows me well enough to know that I don't want anybody tiptoeing around me. Like, give it to me straight. So it was Chris and me. We were sitting in the room. My mom would have been there, but Caden was sick yesterday. It was really random. And he came in and he sat down and he said, pathology is showing triple negative in that lymph node, the same as your breast cancer the first time. And I was like, crap. Like, he didn't say hello, nothing. He just sat down and told me that the lymph node came out positive for cancer. And he showed some pictures, and I'm going to try and put that somewhere in here just so that y'all can see what it looks like. It's very, very small. Like, it's still not showing up in my blood work. So it's very early. Like, thank God for my plastic surgeon wanting to do that CT scan. I mean, it sucks because, you know, this is what's coming about and all of that. But by the time it actually showed up in blood work, or I started showing symptoms, it would have been all over the place. So although in my head it's already all over the place because it's in my chest and it's on my diaphragm, I have been having, for the last few weeks, I have been, not every day or anything like that, but just very randomly, I'll have a sharp pain in my back. And the first time it happened, I was at my general practitioner's office, and I went to check in, and I went to go give my paperwork to her secretary. And when I turned around to go sit down, I just had this sharp pain in my back and literally fell into the chair. I just couldn't stand. And I told him, and he asked me where my back was hurting, and I showed him, and he said, yeah. He was like, that's right where your cancer is. He's like, he goes, probably what's happening is your diaphragm is inflamed. It's tender, so when you make sudden movements or you jerk around, he's like, it's going to hurt. So he's still sending off that stuff to that specialty group to get it tested to have a custom chemo, which is awesome. He said that's not even standard practice, which I think it should be. I think any cancer should have a custom chemotherapy made for them. If we had done a custom chemotherapy, this stuff might not have come back so soon. I think with me, he always has like this shocked look on his face. Like when I was doing chemo the first time and my tumor was shrinking so fast, I mean, he just had this look on his face, and now he's got the same look on his face because he's like just amazed that it's showing up on scans and not in blood work. And I told him, I said, well, now you know that not every triple negative woman is going to have this show up in blood work. And he goes, but you're the exception. He's like, I can't just test every triple negative woman every 6 months because this is not normal. He's like, you are definitely an exception here. I was like, well, you know, I'm special. I joked around a lot yesterday, and I think a lot of it is because I don't want to think about what I could be like in a year's time. But I did ask him, you know, I was going to ask him before he interrupted me, what staging I'm at, and he said, this is stage 4. This is incurable. He's like, we can't operate on your diaphragm. It's only a couple centimeters or millimeters or something. It's only a few millimeters, I think, thick. He's like, we can't strip you of your diaphragm. You need that. He's like, this is going to be ongoing. He's like, we could try chemos and then that will stop working and you gotta do this chemo and you start. And I'm telling you right now, as much as I love you guys, I don't want all these crazy suggestions. I'm going to do the best I can. And I will straighten up my diet. I've already been straightening up my diet again, eating a ton of vegetables. It hurts to eat at this point because when I eat too much, I guess my stomach pushes on my diaphragm and I've been getting shoulder pain right here and right here. My diaphragm is not happy with me. So when I do eat, I try and make it really clean, healthy stuff. I can't do cannabis oil because we live in Texas. I would love to try cannabis oil, if for nothing else to be high. But I live in Texas and it's not available to me. I don't want to uproot my family to go to another state. The thing you have to understand about me is that most of my life, I had very, very low self-esteem. It wasn't until Chris that I started to love me. And when you go your whole life thinking that you're worthless or that you're not anything special, the idea of uprooting your family and tracking down some cure for cancer, I've seen it. I have lost friends to cancer and they tried everything. They tried the vegan thing. They tried the cannabis oil. It doesn't do anything for triple negative. Triple negative is not like brain cancer. Yes, there are some cancers that you can eat vegan and clean up your diet and do all these changes and it will make a difference. But I've not seen one triple negative woman try the vegan or try the cannabis oil and it work. Because most of the time if you're triple negative, you're also BRCA1 positive, which means my body just can't fight cancer. It just can't. So I am going to fight. I'm going to do chemos. He says I can't do radiation. We can't do surgery. Chemo's it. I will do chemotherapy until I physically or emotionally cannot do it anymore. And you can suggest things to me all you want, but do not get offended if I don't respond to you, because I've been hearing it this whole time, and I can imagine that I'm going to hear a lot more of it. I am cleaning up my diet, and I would love cannabis oil, but I live in Texas, so and I will be making like a bucket list video. One thing, the top of my list is to go to Disneyland with my boys. But I do want to make a bucket list video because I want it to go viral, because I want to meet Ellen DeGeneres. I would love to go on the Ellen show. How cool would that be? One can dream. But I really just wanted to make an update. I've been trying to get a hold of my uncle and haven't been able to, so I don't want to wait too much longer, like at all, to let you guys know what's going on with me. We're hopeful that, some chemos will work, and I just got to keep it at bay as long as I can. But I am stage 4, 32 years old, with a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old. And this year my husband will be 30. It is surreal, in the very least, to know that my body is trying to kill me. But you know what? I ain't gonna let that happen anytime soon. Don't you worry about it. Like I've been telling everybody, especially my father-in-law, that if the big guy up above wants me home, he's gonna have to realize he created a brat. And if daddy wants me to come home, I'm going to go kicking and screaming. He's going to have to yank me out of this place because I don't want to go home. So yeah, that's a ways down the road. I'm just going to enjoy every day that I have and love and hug and kiss and laugh as much as I can and go to Disneyland. And maybe go to Hawaii for a week with my husband. So So more importantly, now than ever, more now than ever, did I say that? I don't know. Check your boobs. Check your balls. And when life gets really overwhelming and you get told you have stage 4 cancer, just think, this too shall pass. Maybe I need a new catchphrase. Nah, this too shall pass. The pain will pass, and you just have to take it a day at a time. I love you guys. Bye.